want to meet the creature that made them. Look at the size of the claws on that thing. We've got that rather sorry looking manifold that's been soldered up. Oh, it's not soldered up, it's been siliconed up. Side door that's actually frozen shut, it's that cold. Right guys, I've just been called to this job. This is actually for a good customer of mine. This is a house they've just bought, and they bought the annex as well. They've come in yesterday and they had water coming through the ceilings. They've asked me to come in. They're not actually going to do anything with this till the new year. They've asked me to come in and drain it all down, isolate all the water. I think they've isolated the water. I'm not exactly sure. Don't think there's any power either. Oh, there is power. So we'll have a look, see if we can get everything drained down from them. I'm going to drain the annex down because it's got a separate boiler in there and this. And then they're going to completely gut this house anyway, but obviously they don't want any further damage. So we'll have a look, see if we can find where the water isolates. Not under the kitchen sink. So yeah, we'll get our bearings, we'll find the boiler, and we'll just get everything drained down. It's having a brand new kitchen, brand new bathrooms and everything in the new year. So it'll be a nice job to come back to after Christmas or whenever it starts. But yeah, we'll get this one sorted for it. So this is where it's come through. The ceiling's gone quite a bit squidgy here. But yeah, we'll get everything drained down and sorted for them. So there's one supply here, which is seized. I don't know if that's turned off or on. In fact, why don't I just open a tap? It's on here. But it only does this cloakroom, this supply. There we go. So that supply comes in on blue, drain off tap, and it's literally just feeding this. And then there's another supply. There's another supply around the other side. So there's no hot water on this basin, it's just too cold. So I've just linked it together through and through. So it comes up cold and then cold onto the hot tap as well. And then in here, I'm guessing this is the mains into the house, and then that one goes back down and does the annex. So somebody's actually tried to turn that off. Obviously it comes in through the water softener, God knows where that one goes, and then through the water softener and across. And there we can turn that off, and then the boiler's here. I don't know where the cylinder is yet. We've just got a Baxi 816 heat. I don't know if it's an 816 or an 824. Probably not that old. I don't think we're doing anything with the boiler. But yeah, I can get it drained. I'm guessing it's open vent tanks in the roof, unless there's a pressurised cylinder somewhere. So we'll have a look. No drain off taps on the downstairs radiators that I've seen so far. So obviously all this is coming out, but we can just whip a rad off and drain it through there. What we got in here? Another rad in the corner, and downstairs cloaks. So yeah, all this should be draining on the cold now. Now we've got that stop tap off. Hot looks like it's already drained unless that tap's broken. So I'm just checking to see if I can find the cylinder. It's like a maze up here. What we got in here? An ensuite, or his and hers basin. There's obviously no cylinder. All these are coming out, they're all very dated. Just trying to get my bearings really. It's a big old place, and then there's an annex as well. Where are we? What we got in here? Another bedroom. Again, no cylinder in there though, is there? Where is this cylinder? So we'll have a look in here what we've got. Oh, it's a Boilermate. Not a fan of these things. If it was my house, I'd have this out. I don't know what we're doing with the plumbing side, but what you've got is basically like a bit like a thermal store. You've got two pumps on these. Let me just get my bearings. So that one will be pumping from the boiler downstairs through a coil round. So the opposite way round, I believe. So what you've got is you've got the domestic water going around the coil. So you've got mains in. Where's the mains coming into this? Oh, so mains in through another coil. It comes in on that one through another coil, through a blending valve because they get really hot, and then that's your domestic hot out. So you've got it's mains pressure cold water, but tank fed heating. So you've got a little tank on top. You've got a little tank on top with a ball valve in there which feeds the heating system, which obviously we've got the cold water off now, so that's good. Then you've got one coil for the heating, which goes around, heats the cylinder, heats the stored water inside there, which is on the heating side. Is there any way to drain that? And then you've got another one, that drain off tap. And then you've got cold water comes in through another coil. It's heated by the stored water and then goes through the blender and out to the taps. That's how they work. Never been a massive fan of them. People say they used to be really efficient, but I think you'd be better off banging an unvented cylinder in. Do away with both them pumps, just have one pump and job done. So yeah, we'll try and get that drained down if we can and get it sorted. There's actually a drain off tap on these boxes which I'm going to drain it from, which will actually drain that boiler, mate, but it's got like 200 odd litres, so it'll take ages. So while that's draining, we'll just get the case off for a start. While it's draining, we'll go across the annex and get that one drained. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, there's a drain off tap there, so we'll get that one draining. That'll empty the boiler, mate, out the cylinder side, so all the water inside, and then we can open the air taps on the upstairs radiators and drain it, but it will take a while, as I say, because there's like 200 odd litres in that boiler, mate. That's why I don't like them, because if you ever want to work on a radiator valve, you've got to drain the lot. We will make sure everything is isolated on the heating. We'll actually knock the gas off. Knock the gas off so the boiler cannot fire. Right, so that drain off tap's open. We'll check outside to make sure it's running. It sounds as if it is. As I say, we'll make sure that boiler is electrically isolated. Because I think that's what the problem was. They had somebody come in to do an electrical test inspection and they left the power off to the boiler and then something froze. So yeah, we're just going to drain. They've just asked for everything to be drained down and done away with. So while that's draining, we can't open the air taps yet on the radiators until the cylinder's drained. I know it sounds weird, but that is how this system is, being a Gledo boiler, mate. So we'll go across the annex and see what's in there. Right, so that's running quite nicely. You'll probably find that water will be really black in this system as well, because they often are. It looks quite clean there though, so maybe they did flush it out when they put the new boiler in, but they are a nightmare to clean out, them cylinders. You can't really clean them out. It's all microbore in there as well, so I think you're better off having an unvented cylinder. You still get your mains water pressure. I know you've got to get a discharge out, and it's more conventional then as well. If anything goes wrong, you haven't got two pumps. It's just easier to work on. So this is the annex. We've got a rather sad looking glowworm. Obviously the expansion vessel's gone at some point. What have we got? We've got some flow returns disappearing up, and then we've got this flow comes down, that's a bypass. Looking at it, the service valve in the middle, good bit of plumbing that. And we've got that rather sorry looking manifold that's been soldered up. It's not soldered up, it's been siliconed up. Yeah, that'll do the job. So yeah, that's how they've done that, and then it goes down underneath the floor, and then microbore feeds your rads. So it's obviously got some rads off it coming off somewhere else, probably upstairs. I don't know if there is an upstairs in here, and then down. I don't know where the water comes in. Obviously, oh, there is an upstairs staircase. If in doubt, or do your best, silicone the rest. So we'll get this drained. Obviously, we've got a drain off tap either side of that. That's a weird one, that. So somehow, how's that actually working? Let me just get my head around that, because they're like closed couple T's, aren't they? That's how they've done it. That's weird, isn't it? So obviously you got, yeah, because they must be flowing and returning. They've done that like a closed couple T. I don't know how well that will work on that, but obviously it does. And obviously they must feed these radiators down here. But yeah, I wouldn't have done it like that myself. I'd be surprised if that's even working, to be honest with you. And then obviously we've got hot and colds coming off a combi and across, but yeah, interesting one that. I think the water must come in under there, because that's the only other thing downstairs. Obviously this was like a dance studio or something. We've got some rads, boiler, but the water's not in here. So it must come under there and then somehow get upstairs. Let's have a quick look upstairs. Where somebody jumps out with this, isn't it? Hello? What have we got up here? Just some more rads and then a shower, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's like a shower, isn't there? So yeah, we'll get the water off and get this heating drain down as well. I bet you any money in the world that gas pipe's not big enough, because I thought it was a cooker's pipe coming off the gas meter for the house, but it's not. I bet it feeds this boiler. It's 15mm, comes down the side, across, and then I bet it picks up off the gas meter. It must be 15, 18, 20 metres. I bet that's a 24 kilowatt boiler. So there's no way that's big enough, that gas pipe. But yeah, it is what it is. we'll just have to, obviously if they want that boiler put back into commission, we'll just have to upgrade the gas to it. I always like to check these things as well. I know the boiler's not working, but the flue's cut short as well. The flue's actually within the cavity, which is not a great start either, is it? Somebody's put a new basket on it though. So how the hell is that past its... Obviously when you buy a house you're supposed to have like a gas safety check, aren't you? Who the hell signed that off? I mean, the boiler was on a plug top, gas will be undersized, flue's cut short. I mean, it makes you wonder what's going on. I think the gas comes all the way from over here. It's that 15mm one, it goes along there. So there's the gas meter, it comes off there, you see, 15mm across, and then it must get across there somehow. God knows. That 22 one over there is the blow off the boiler, it's not the gas. Yeah, that's the blow off. It's been running as well, hasn't it? It's all iced up. So we just removed that box, and the stop tap is behind here for this boiler, for this annex. It's got a double check valve above the main. You'll love to see it. It's been leaking, but right, so that's that one off. So we can open the taps up here. We can just drain this boiler down. In fact, a bubbler tap. Let's get these taps open so everything's draining. According to evaporate that, it's been that long. Just open everything up and drain everything down. That's been about half hour. It's still running. It looks fairly clean though, doesn't it? But what we'll do, we might be safe just to open the upstairs air taps now. So we'll whip round, do that, and then at least that's dropping all the water out the upstairs. This will probably still have water in it. Oh, he's actually sucking in a little bit. So what we can do is go around and open all the upstairs radiators, because it must be draining through the return. See, I can never understand how these Boilermate's really that efficient. People say they were, but obviously it says leave them on 24 hours a day, even in the summer, because obviously you need to get that hot all the time in order to get instant hot water. And then in the winter, when you want your radiators on, it clicks the other pump on and it circulates around the radiator circuit as well. But yeah, I've never really been a fan of them. If you ever come to them and they're slightly corroded on any of the pump valves, drain them down, because if I went to one years ago as an apprentice, and luckily the chap who was with me said we're going to drain this, and I thought, you're going to be here all afternoon, do you know what I mean? Anyway, we drained it, disconnected the pump valve, and it literally dropped in half, because they seem to always get a lot of corrosion. And if you'd done that, you'd have had, I don't know, 210 litres of filthy hot red water coming at you. So yeah, my advice with these is drain them down if you're ever not sure. Because you can soon get yourself in a pickle with these things. And obviously the reason they're blended is because it stores it at like 82 degrees. That would literally take your skin off. So what they do is it mixes it with cold in. It's a L pattern blender on these, so they're a weird blender. So hot out from the coil, hot water, through mixes it with the cold water and then to your taps. So yeah, they're an L pattern. So your standard blender would be mixed out the bottom, but these aren't. It's cold out the bottom on them ones. All we're doing by opening the air taps is literally just dropping the water out the radiators. So that will just completely empty everything down, so there's no risk of anything freezing. Right, at least that's got this job all drained down and sorted. So we've drained down the annex, we've isolated all the water supplies in the house, got all the radiators drained down. So yeah, it'll be good, so nothing's going to freeze up. As I say, they are going to completely gut the place, but obviously you don't want gallons of water pouring through your ceiling, do you? So yeah, that's this one all wrapped up, and we'll be on to the next. Hopefully, if we do get the job, we'll be back here next year sorting all the bathrooms and everything out and all the plumbing. But yeah, it might be an interesting one if we do get it. I want to meet the creature that made them. Look at the size of the claws on that thing. I don't know if they've been chipped into the tile after, or whether they were sort of in the casting of the tile. There's only two on the floor. It's weird that, isn't it? I've never seen it. Must have been chipped in after, I think. Basin waste to change. The customers provided this, so the pop-up one's not working. And they've just got a flipper one to put in. So I'll get that sorted. I think I might just be able to ease the pedestal forward, but I'll have a look. Sometimes if we're lucky. See if I can get this out. I just have to cut that silicone. Right, I've eased it forward. I don't go much more than that because I think the basin might drop off, but I should just be able to get this swapped out now. There we go. Just sort of have to hold against yourself with the screwdriver through. Just sort of twist them out. Something like that anyway. Once you break the seal, you're alright. Just get your big wipes or whatever you use, runny wipes. I'm saying give it a real clean up. Not like that. Right, don't use that washer. Asking for trouble, all I do. Same as that one was done, you can still get them out. Just silicone. Nice squidgy bead. In there like that. Drop that straight in. Line your slots up. I think that's slotted all the way around anyway. But we'll put it like that. And we'll deal with that bit in a minute. What I'm going to do is silicone on top of that. Push that on my threads. Gold silicone there, look. We don't want that on it. We'll give that a go. I'll fill it right in a second, but we'll make sure we've got no leaks. I think that's looking okay. We'll fill it up. And I'll get rid of that bit at the back as well. Looks alright to me. No way I'm out of silicone. No way. See if we can stretch it.